Ahoy, my friends, Ryder here, and welcome back to another Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis video. I am absolutely happy to be here today, giving you guys a guide for the new hard mode in the Corel prison. This is it right here. It is one of the new crisis dungeons down below. It's definitely a step up in terms of power creep. These are definitely harder than the ones we've had before, except for maybe the Grastia Path, but they've definitely kicked up a notch, guys. So I'm going to be explaining to you guys this entire dungeon. I'm going to show you guys the team that I have here right now. The power level is a bit high just because I have a few OB10 weapons. However, don't fret if you don't have them. It is still doable with this team, just with lower OB level weapons, especially when you guys see what I've done with my sub weapons. All right, so the power here, 251k. I'm going to go into the actual enemies right here. Actually, I'm first going to show you guys the map, and I'm going to show you guys my pathing. This is kind of the first time we've had a map like this. So we're going to be starting here, and I do want to make a note, guys. There is a treasure chest here down at the end. You guys can see where I'm clicking, right next to the final boss down here, and you do need a key to open it. That key is over here. All right, so I'm going to point that out as I'm going through the level, but I'm not going to be picking that up today. Other than that, so we're going to start here. We're going to go over one square to the right, down to this chest. Then we're going to take out the air buster right here. Then we're going to make our way up through here, grab this blue chest if you haven't got it yet. Then we're going to run past the flame dragon over here, grab this chest, kick back to the flame dragon. We're going to use Shiva right off the bat against this creature to take out the adds and bring him down to roughly half HP. After taking care of the flame dragon, we're going to run back down here to the bottom where we're going to take out Reno. Reno, we're going to use 2 summon charges to once again start the fight with Shiva, which will knock out both of the adds and do a sizable chunk of HP to his health. Then we'll grab this chest if you guys need it. It is a blue chest, so a one-time grab only. After that, we'll come up here. We will take out these 3 kind of mech robot things. So we are going to be running Ramu to deal with them. And then we'll run back over here. There's one more chest and the final boss, which is this kind of earthworm thing that does water damage. All right, now to look at the actual enemies here. All of these enemies are pretty chill. The tricky part about this dungeon is actually the bloody worm. Now, as you guys can see, the main elements required here are going to be ice and lightning, right? We can kill Reno with ice, the red dragon with ice, and then we have the air buster, which is weak to lightning. I wouldn't worry about fire or wind here because the bloody worm is resistant to fire, so you don't want to bring that. I don't think you really want to bring wind either, although let's check the resistances on everything. I don't see a wind resistance, so it is possible to bring a wind build. I'll be running basically non-elemental lightning and ice damage today. All right. So Reno is pretty straightforward. There's a lot of creatures in this dungeon that can cast poison on you. So I am going to be running 2 Healing Asuna poisons, just so you guys know. We are going to be running the new Healing Asuna Darkness as well. And I'm going to be running, I believe, a Healing Asuna Fog, because several of these enemies can fog you. So 3 different Asunas going into this. It's kind of a crazy one. So yeah, like I said, the death machines aren't that bad. We're going to go in with Ramu. The Flame Dragon, not that bad. We're going to go in with Shiva. Same with Reno. The Airbuster is the first enemy, so he's not that bad in the beginning. It's really just this bloody worm. And the trick is he's weak to lightning. He has a very fast casting sigil break that's going to be triangle based. So I highly recommend bringing a weapon in the main hand that has a triangle sigil break on it, like Murasame. All right, so let's go here. I'm going to show you guys my build. I will show you guys the front end right here and then go into the back end. So I'm going to be running Cloud with his new saber style costume right here with Shiva. So he's going to be half spec'd for ice and half spec'd for lightning here. But as you guys can see, I didn't run the sword in the main hand. I opted for the Murasame here because of the triangle sigil break boost in the back end of it. And therefore, I do have a triangle sigil break right here, so we can break 5 sigils instead of 3. Then we do have the Stream Saber down here in the secondary slot. So I do recommend running the Stream Saber, this costume, and Murasame for Cloud if you guys have it in this exact setup with Shiva right here on Cloud. Other than that, I'm going to be running a Healing Asuna Poison on Cloud, a Cura on Aerith, and a Healing Asuna Poison on Zac right here for the materias in the first slot. Over here on Aerith, I am running her Healing Gown, but whatever you guys can put on there, either Healing for HP, the Chocobo suit works great. There's a bunch of different costumes that can work for Aerith. In the main slot, I am running Fairy Tail. You are going to want to bring a dedicated healer, whether that's Matt or Aerith or Tifa. And then in the secondary slot, I am bringing the Full Metal Staff because of the physical attack break. The Earthworm at the end is going to be able to raise his physical attack considerably. So this weapon is going to allow us to break that back down. A lot of the bosses in here are also weak to the Sun Umbrella, except for the Worm. So I've opted to kind of gear for the Worm in the first place. And so this is what I'm going to be running on Aerith. Over here on Zac, I am going to be running this Shinra full dress costume for the HP buff debuff extension. I am running him the Ceremonial Sword Z at OB5, so close to OB6. So he will be doing non-elemental damage. And then I'm also running the Defender here, which can increase the physical defense for a single ally while also casting Regan on them. This is going to help in the fight against the Worm at the very end. He ends up doing a lot of damage, and you either want to kill him as fast as possible or be ready to tank a bunch of his hits. Alright, as for the rest of the materia here, I am running a X Sigil Ruin Reblow on Cloud along with the Triangle. As you can see, I have X on Cloud, Triangle on Cloud, Triangle on Aerith, and Triangle on Zac right here. Alright, so it is very important to put Triangle in all 3 slots, even with a sigil breaking weapon like Cloud's. And then I'm bringing one X Sigil just because of Reno right here. When he goes into his first form and he freezes someone in the pyramid, he's going to pop Triangle and Sigil separate breaks. So it is good to bring at least one X Sigil break into this fight. Other than that, in the middle slot for Aerith, we have the Healing Asuna Darkness. And then it looks like in the final slot here for Zac, we have a Cura. However, I think I'm going to switch this over to an X Sigil break, or actually a Thundara Blow, because this is going to really help against the Worm in the end. Alright, so let's just make sure we have this stacked. So I think I'm going to switch the Sigil with the Thundara Blow right here, just so he gets the plus 20% physical damage on that. Alright, so that is going to be looking pretty good. Now if we go into the back end here, Cloud's stats are 99,000 power, 9.2k HP, 3.3k physical attack, 119 physical defense, 102 magic defense. His R abilities are as shown, with physical attack being focused, ice potency, we have the Frostblade Arcanum, and boost lightning potency. I know there's a lot of enemies weak to ice here, but having strong lightning build for the Worm at the end is going to really help you guys out a lot. Now for the sub-equipments, as you guys can see, I dropped one of them off. The reason I did that is so that my power wasn't just so high that people didn't think that it was doable. So you are going to have an extra sub-weapon going into this in comparison to my own Cloud right here. So he is a little bit handicapped. In one slot, I have the Crystal Gloves, highly recommended for this run because it gives HP and lightning potency to him. On top of that, I also have the Hell House Collar, boosting HP and physical defense. Physical defense is very important for this fight, so make sure you're stacking for it. Now if we move over to Aerith, she's sitting at 72k power, 7.4k HP. She's got 2k physical attack, 1600 magic attack, 123 physical defense, 108 magic defense, and 2.2k healing right there. Her R abilities are as shown, HP, heal being the most important thing here for Aerith because she is the main healer. Here are her other R abilities for you guys to check out. Now her sub-weapons, as you can see, I did drop one as well, same thing on Zac. But for the 2 sub-weapons that I am bringing, I'm bringing the guard stick here at OB6 because it has a very high healing potency. And then I'm bringing this free event weapon, Feather Scatter, for the HP and physical defense once again. Alright, now moving over to Zac. Zac is sitting at 81k power, 9.2k HP, 2.6k physical attack, 119 physical defense, and his R abilities are as shown. He's got good HP, decent physical attack, an attack rating right here, some boost physical ability potency, and the buff debuff extension. As for his sub-weapons, like I said, I dropped one of them, so this is going to be a lot easier for you guys to build since you'll have a whole extra sub-slot on each character. But I am running the Hell House Collar, or the Cannon, for HP and physical defense, and then also the Buster Sword right here for the boost HP and attack. So nothing crazy on the sub-weapons right here. Alright guys, so that is going to conclude my build for this dungeon. Like I said, if you don't have the Murasame at OB10, it's still going to work great as long as you keep everything in this same setup right here. Alright guys, for Zac, you can just bring your second strongest DPS. Sephiroth is great with his aerial Frostblade. Alright, so we're going to move over here to the right. The first thing we're going to do in this dungeon is we're going to go down 1 square. We are going to get stuck by some enemies right here that can cast poison on you. Alright, so just keep an eye on that poison. I'm going to be running this on semi-auto, so the poison's auto-cast. Alright. And let's see here. Alright, it looks like there's that poison coming in right there. Oh, good thing we took him out first. Alright, and we took out those ads, not a problem at all. The poison can be kind of gnarly if you don't have any healing Asuna poisons in this match, so just so you guys know, I think the soldiers are the ones that cast it. Alright, so we're going to run straight down right here, and we are going to grab this first chest right here. Alright, so that's going to be the path, as I showed you guys in the intro to this video. Is going to be 2 cottages. We're going to run over to this grid right here where we are going to fight the air bomber. At the beginning, we're going to take out both ads as quickly as we can. They will both poison you. Alright? So right off the bat, let's see here. I'm just going to target one and just go straight for them. Alright, there goes 1 down and 2. Here comes the EM field. Make sure you block it. Alright, I'm going to switch over to Aerith. She is going to heal really quickly from that. And we are going to go straight into the Triangle Sigil Break, which Cloud will make short work of. Alright, here we go. There it is. And now we are just going to burn him down with Thunder Strike and Murasame. Alright, here we go. And the goal is to kill him before this tank buster goes off. There you have it. If you don't, it's still survivable at this level. It's only at 60% power. Just do as much damage as you can. Alright, here we go. Alright, so that's going to be 1 boss down. Moving on to the rest of them. Okay, so we're going to take our first trance ability here. And with this one, I am going to... You want to keep your physical defense for the last fight. Trust me on this one. So take the Ice Potency plus 10%. Then we're going to run all the way to the right side of the screen. For those of you who are doing this on your first run, if you go down right here, there is a key that you need to unlock a chest at the end of the mission. Alright, so go down there and grab it. I'm going to run up because I've already unlocked it. And then I'm going to run up 1 more time right here. I'm going to dodge off to the left side right here and come grab this chest over here. Alright, that's going to be our second set of items on 1 more screen over. Alright, here we go. I'm actually pretty curious to see how hard the very hard one is, because this one was pretty hard already on its own. Alright, so let's go. We're running back here. We're going to take out the dragon. Alright, so I'm going to stop right here. You want to have Shiva fully leveled up. So we have Shiva ready to go with Cloud. If you don't, you might want to use a summon charge for this fight. Just make sure you have it by this point. We only need 1 limit break now going into this fight. That's going to be with Cloud. Alright, and he's going to cast that right off the bat. Make sure we take out the ads. If it doesn't kill the ads, make sure you shift over and kill them before going back to the Flame Dragon right here. Alright, so here comes Cloud and Shiva. I will skip through her limit break right there. Alright, so the 2 ads are going to go down. And now we are just going to burn through the dragon. I'm not even going to worry about breaking his sigil break. I'm just going to go straight for DPS right here. And we are going to kill it before it even gets off this attack. And there you guys have it. That is the red dragon down. Like I said, the other enemies in this fight are not really the problem. It's really just the worm at the end. And my mistake going into this for the first few times was speccing more so for ice than for lightning. Alright, let's see here. Okay, so there goes the red dragon. Let's check out these trance abilities. Alright, so here we can take the physical defense and the healing potency, but I'm actually going to opt for the lightning potency right here, just so that we do more damage against the worm at the end. However, if you do have the damage part down, but he's killing you, you can take the physical defense and the healing right there. Alright, so we're going to run down 2 squares, then we're going to go 1 over to the left, alright, then down 1, then 1 over to the left again. As you guys can see, I've done this quite a few times now. Alright, then down once more, and this is where we're going to find Reno. Okay, I'm going to show you guys how to make short work of Reno. Okay, so I'm just going to run right up to here. Before the fight, we're going to go down. We're going to use a summon charge on Cloud, 2 of them, actually. And I'm going to pop a Blizzard Cocktail on him. You're only going to need that summon, and then we're going to run straight into the fight. At the beginning of the fight, we're going to do the exact same thing we did on the fight before. We're just going to cast Shiva, take out the ads, and then immediately go for Reno. Alright, let's get into it. Okay, so the fight's going to start. I'm just going to cast Diamond Dust. We're going to basically handle this the exact same way. Those 2 Wrathhounds can poison you, so if you're going with a different strategy, they can really start to do some damage quickly. Alright, and now I'm just going to focus Reno completely. Alright, so he froze Cloud. Let's see, I don't think we have anyone with X Sigil. Ooh, we barely got that off. Let's go. Switch to Aerith. I'm going to drop a heal. And 1 attack from Cloud, maybe 2. And Reno's going to go down. If he didn't freeze Cloud right there at the start, this fight would have been so much smoother, because Cloud can kill him really fast with the ice right there. But other than that, it still went pretty good. 31k points is still really solid for one of these fights. Alright, for those of you guys that are doing it on your first run, there is a chest in this right area. Okay, for this trance ability, I'm going to take the water resist. This is going to help us survive the worm's attacks. Grab that chest to the right if you haven't gotten it. If not, we're going to run back up here. Okay, and we're going to juke over to the left. Now here is the triple robots. I'm going to go down. I'm going to pop a Thunder Cocktail on Zac, because he's going to be using Ramuh as his summon in this fight. Alright, so essentially we're just going to be doing the exact same thing right now. We're going to go into this fight, but instead of dropping Shiva at the start, we're going to drop Ramuh. Alright, so there it is. I think I'll drop Healing Wind as well, just because Aerith is a little low on HP. I'll skip through Ramuh right here. Alright, we barely take out the ads, which is what we were looking for. And now at this point, I'm just going to switch over to Cloud, and we're just going to take this dude down as quickly as we can. We'll probably get hit by this Stomp. Alright, there it is. I'll switch over to Aerith, get 1 heal, switch back to Cloud. We'll break this Sigil, and then we're basically going to run him down to the end. Alright, here we go. As much damage as we can, as fast as we can do it. And there you have it. There goes that fight. So as you guys can see, they're really not terrible if you handle it this way with the summons. So that's my approach going into this, is to make these fights as easy as possible, regardless of OB level. Alright, so that being said, let's see what the last trance ability is offering. So I'm going to take the physical defense here and the fatigue resist plus 100%. Alright, because we didn't take the physical defense from the Flame Dragon. We are going to want a little bit of extra defense right there. We're going to come up here. We're going to take that Mega Elixir, and now we're going to go down and prepare for the final fight against the worm. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drop that Mega Elixir, then I'm going to drop a Thunder Cocktail on Cloud, and a Thunder Cocktail on Zack. Then I will also drop a Blizzard Cocktail on Cloud for the Shiva spell at the beginning. Alright guys, let's get it. This is the final boss right here. Keep an eye out for his physical attack up, debuff it with whoever your physical attack down debuffer is. I'm going to slow down this fight. At the beginning, I'm going to drop Shiva and Diamond Dust. And then we're just going to tank him down, do as much damage as we can, keep him debuffed, keep our HP topped off as much as possible, and do as much damage to him as fast as we can. He does have a triangle sigil break part of the way through the fight. It is a very fast casting break, so switch to your triangle sigil boost character and just pray that you get him down enough during that time to interrupt him. Alright, here we go guys, this is it. Alright, so getting off some good damage off the start right here. Alright. He is gathering strength, so I'm going to go over to Aerith. We're going to debuff him right off the bat. Alright, there we go. I'm going to let Aerith recover some of her ATB so that she can heal us. With Zack, I'll use the Ceremonial Strike to raise his physical attack up. Alright, here we go. I'm going to switch over to Aerith and prepare to heal from this Diving Splash. Alright, there it is. I'm going to Kiraga that. Immediately back to Cloud, and we're just going back and forth with the Thunder Strikes. With Zack, he can do Thundara Blows. Alright, there we go. Just as much lightning damage as you can, as fast as you can do it. Alright, I'm going to drop the Healing Wind right here just to get Aerith back up to full quickly. Okay, and then straight, same as we were doing before. Straight back to the Thundara Blows, and then doing damage with Cloud. Alright, Aerith is going to drop one Heavenly Spike. Okay. And hopefully... So we should have his Sigil Break coming up here in a second. I'm going to let this charge, and we'll see if he drops it right about here. Alright, he's not dropping it, so I'm going to do a heal. Okay, there we go. I'm going to keep on letting my ATB charge up, just so that we're prepared for it, if and when it happens. Alright, there's the Thread Storm right there. I'm going to switch back to Aerith. We will drop a heal. Alright, here we go. Zack will use Ceremonial Sword. Alright, I'm going to save those poisons right there. Here's the Triangle Sigil Break. Alright, so this is what I was talking about. As you guys can see, it's very fast moving, so you definitely want a Sigil boost on it. Alright, so hopefully we can take it down. I mean, this is kind of the test right here to see if even one Sigil booster is going to be enough, along with both other characters having Triangle Sigil Break. It does look like it will be enough. Alright, I think that we should be in the clear here. We are, and I'm going to summon the summons and finish off the Earthworm once and for all. So if you guys follow that, I think that you guys shouldn't have a problem with this, even if you do have lower OB levels on your weapons. The overall strategy that I've designed should work even if you have a weaker team, as long as you're following it the same way, which is really important, guys. Alright, that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video today. If it was helpful to you guys, and it did help you get this clear, please don't forget to drop a like on the video. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel and you're interested in future guides to come, don't forget to sub to the channel. I'd love to have you guys here. We also have a really cool Discord called the Curseborn Discord with a huge, awesome community of people that are willing to help you build teams, fight bosses, banner questions, wish lists, whatever you need. There's a link to join in the description of all my videos, so I hope you guys come on and join. That being said, let's see what we get here. It is the S plus run, so that's going to get you guys an S plus run for the Coral Prison Hard. Alright guys, I hope this video was helpful to you guys today. I hope it was enjoyable to watch. I hope you get all those goodies and you get that S plus clear. That being said, hope you all have a wonderful night. Take care and peace.